Hi, I'm David Bloom at the USC Marshall School of Business. We're here today with Tiffiani Frye, Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at USC Marshall. We're talking about why you, as a student who has been admitted at USC Marshall, should consider coming here. Welcome, Tiffiani.
Thank you, David.
So, what is it that students who have been admitted here should consider as they make their big decision about where they pursue their college career? Why come to Marshall?
You're right, and it is a very big decision. I think it's one that shouldn't be made just within the vacuum of their interest in studying business. Students should certainly include in their decision making what they know they love to do right now, but what they might also want to love doing in their sophomore and junior senior year. And when you think about those things, then USC makes a lot of sense.
Now, you say what they may want to do, say, as a sophomore, junior, or senior. I mean, for a lot of kids, it's hard to know when you're 17, 18 years old, trying to figure out what you want to do this week, much less 2, 5, 10 years from now.
Mhm.
What is it that USC Marshall and USC as a university have to offer for students as they explore their lives?
Sure. USC has to offer a wealth of interdisciplinary opportunities, things to study as a minor program, as a double major program, or just classes to take for your own enrichment and benefits. I mean, it's really the great influence that we have in our administration that allows our academic advisors to help students make great sense of the academic choices here by perhaps infusing their interest in music with business in a very unique way, or perhaps taking a double major in engineering and combining that with business, or theater and business. The options, the opportunities are endless.
Okay, so we have about how many minors here at USC Marshall?
Within USC Marshall, we have 11 minor programs, and the university itself has well over 150 minor programs.
So it's very easy, and in fact, it's strongly encouraged to get a minor in something along with your major.
Absolutely.
And that comes from the top down. Now, we also have a variety of programs that students can take advantage of. One of the big emphases of Dean Jim Ellis is on understanding the impacts of globalization on the business world and how we do business. Talk to me a little bit about some of the opportunities our students have to go overseas and see firsthand those impacts.
Many of these opportunities really speak to our method of teaching, blending theory and practice. And we can think of no better way to show students what it's like in the global impact than to take our students in their first year abroad as a part of a curriculum that they actually embark on in their first year. So there are two programs that we are the first undergraduate programs to implement. The first is the Global Leadership Program, which will incorporate a 2-unit class that the students take in their fall and another 2-unit class that they take in the spring. And over the spring break, there's a 10-day business trip which allows them to survey businesses firsthand to see how they interact with Western business practices. We also have the Learning International Commerce Program, which is open to all of our entering freshman students, which allows students to do a similar trip and culminates with includes a 2-unit class in the spring.
Now, those are not the only programs, of course. That's just for our freshmen. We have programs that involve overseas travel and study for our upperclassmen in a variety of ways. Can you talk about those?
Absolutely. We have a number of other destinations that students can embark on, starting in their sophomore year with our Excel program, experiential learning program, which allows students to, over winter or spring break, to take trips that have included destinations like Korea or Vietnam. And they're doing similar things. They're meeting political figures and top business leaders and learning how business transacts abroad.
And they also get a chance to understand some of the cultural aspects of these countries. They're taught business etiquette. They're given an opportunity to meet students in these other countries and begin to build these international networks.
Which are absolutely critical.
That's interesting. Now, we also here at Marshall place a great emphasis on getting our kids involved in a variety of clubs, of community service organizations.
Mhm.
Can you talk about some of those opportunities?
Sure. The university itself has well over 300 clubs and organizations. We actually have a number of the clubs within the Marshall School, more affinity in nature. So if you're interested in accounting, there's an accounting society. Likewise, there's an entrepreneurial club, sports management club. There are actually 27 Marshall student organizations.
Wow. And we also have a lot of community service efforts going on here. I know that I'm struggling to keep track of them all. Students work with small organizations and nonprofits and businesses to provide business consulting programs. There's the Marshall Community Service Day. Talk to me a little bit about the emphasis here at the business school on how business relates to society.
I think we view business as a social science, and its ability to improve lives is one that we think is very important to impart to students. So we have a various number of programs that allow students to take their business acumen and really share their talents broadly with the university's community, Los Angeles community. Some of them, as you mentioned, will allow them to work on consulting projects with small organizations, perhaps family-owned businesses or nonprofit organizations. The Marshall Community Day allowed for many members of our Marshall community to go out into the local neighborhood and do cleanup projects, tutoring projects, all happening and occurring around the same time.
Great. So we provide, it sounds like, a wide array of opportunities for somebody to find themselves here at USC Marshall. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the students who are considering coming here?
Absolutely. I think it's important to realize that USC Marshall is a part of a research university and that students are encouraged and actually strongly solicited by faculty to get involved in research as early as their freshman year.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.